Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the second annual Skin Crawlers End of Year show. Basically, it's a show where I cover all the pickups I've had throughout the year, mainly, talking about the physical media I've acquired. I've already done my top 20 releases, that's of 2024, that's on the channel, go check that out. This video is more of a casual look, so I'll be covering a lot of stuff that wasn't in the top 20 releases, from this year, and I'll be looking at all kinds of different physical and talking about all kinds of different physical media from 2024, and boy, we had a fantastic year. There've been so many good releases. The boutique labels have pulled through like fantastically and supplied us kind of like hardcore collectors with some really good stuff to get our teeth into, with supplements, great packaging, great films getting the great treatment they deserve. Also the studios and sort of like catalog releases have been pretty good as well. There's been some standouts from studios like Warner Brothers with the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K. I thought the packaging for that was pretty damn good, really nice. That's my actual favorite release of the year. Spoiler for the top 20 video, but yeah, there's so much to talk about. We'll go through different labels. I've also got a few different segments on the show. I'm going to have a do top 5 packaging, which doesn't, it has no relation to my top 20 releases. That's a separate video, but I will do top 5 what I think is the best packaging, as well as top 5 best artwork pieces for physical media releases from 2024. It's all about physical media from 2024, Blu-rays, 4Ks. I would say DVD, but I haven't picked up any 2024 released DVDs. I only tend to pick up old films I can't get on any other format on DVD. Nonetheless, we'll get started momentarily. The special guests on the show, got some of the movie loons on the show in different segments, so look out for those guys. Check that out. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll try and keep this under 30 minutes because I just want to make it a kind of good streamlined show. I did do my first end of year show last year. I released it a little bit earlier than I have this year, last year, and I went about 50 minutes, so I won't be going quite that long, but yeah, we'll try and have some fun. We'll talk some physical media. If you love physical media in general, I think you'll enjoy this video. It's for people who love basically film, collecting, physical media, Blu-ray, 4K, people who enjoy special packaging, that aspect of it, because that's a big thing about this channel. Yeah, I'm not just all for packaging. I collect a range of things. I love getting the most premium editions, and then if I can only get a film in a bare bones edition but own the movie in my collection, I'm also happy to do that. So I'm anywhere from collecting standard releases to like boutique labels. I'm mainly a boutique collector. They're the kind of releases that get my juices flowing and kind of make me like salivate a little bit and make me want to like collect more, because they're just presented so well. And as a collector, we're looking for the best we can have. Yeah, I understand it's cool to have the movie and stuff, and we don't want to get ourselves in any like financial like turmoil or anything. I understand all that, but at the end of the day, like, as a collector, I just want to collect the best I can. So when my favourite films get like an awesome release, I just have to try and snag that. Anyway, let's crack on with the show. Yeah, it's going to be sort of segments, guys. So this will all be like edited together. Like, it'll be that sort of thing. I'll try and keep it flowing as nice as I can. But yeah, anyway, let's get things started. And we'll just talk about some, just some labels. Okay, we're back. So one label I think who've come on leaps and bounds over the sort of past like 4 years. I mean, I've collected Blu-rays since they were released on when I first got a PlayStation 3. I started collecting Blu-rays. Then I had a hiatus, like a big break for about 10 years where I didn't really collect. I just picked up the odd movie on Blu-ray or whatnot. But ever since I've started collecting again, especially within say the past sort of 3 years, maybe like I said 4 years, like this company has just come on leaps and bounds, and they keep getting the titles people want, obscure stuff. They keep getting a lot of things that are released over in the USA, and they're bringing those onto Blu-ray and 4K in the UK, and I just think they're doing a fantastic work. And that's 88 Films, UK-based label. They're putting out some tremendous stuff. They've upped their game with their packaging this year. I mean, they've always had good lines in their collection, like the slasher classics. However, their slip covers were a little bit flimsy and stuff, and now they're actually premium. You get these sort of really nice, like thick sort of ones, even for the slasher classics collection. I'm just trying to see if I can pull one out, but there isn't one to hand. Oh yeah, there is. So I'll just show you guys what I'm talking about. Like now they're really like nice and sort of like durable, you know, really good stuff. Whereas before they were quite like flimsy on slasher classics, but they've really upped their game, 88 films, and they're bringing back this line as well, and they're bringing some fun stuff out on it, like Funeral Home, which was released this year, and Mortuary. You know, there's some good ones coming out on the slasher classics line, and they started releasing Tygon studio films as well, you know, and they put out this fantastic release of The Blood on Satan's Claw in 4K, you know, beautiful packaging, got your 4K in there, transfer looks good, you know, great release. I know now and then these labels have problems with their own discs, you know, when there's a slight audio issue or technical issue of some sort and they have to do a disc replacement program. That's such a shame, but you know, stuff like that's going to happen. It's all down to like quality control, I guess. But 88, regardless, they've upped their prices. Yeah, you know, I mean, that's always a bit of a sting for the collector. I mean, 88 really have, for their big releases, up their prices quite significantly. But they are putting out wonderful editions like The Blood on Satan's Claw on 4K. And this one was also released on the same day, Witchfinder General, which I haven't checked out yet, but it's an awesome package. And all the Tygon releases line up like that with the yellow spine with the black font on the titles and just look awesome on the shelf. I haven't got them all and I don't intend to, but I will be buying the ones I'm intrigued by or do like already on that range. And I picked up this one I like, the Curse of the Crimson Altar. So doing awesome stuff. Just a couple more 88 releases I wanted to show. They did Pumpkinhead 2, got a beautiful slip as well. Really, really awesome release. Not the best of films at all, not even perhaps worth getting that release. That release is you know, really good for that film because it is a bad one, Pumpkinhead 2. And we got Anthropophagus, and Absurd, two brilliant Italian Goalfest splatter classics. They got good releases, quite pricey but really nice nonetheless. Doing such good things, 88 films. Like the packaging's improved so much, and then of course this lovely edition of Eyeball, which is probably one of their nicest presented releases of the year. And then another line that I think's from like sort of a studio, not exactly a boutique label, and that's Paramount have started doing the Paramount Scares. I know they had that big volume 2 box set released in the USA that looked lovely. You know, we don't have that over here, so I decided not to import it. I nearly did, but I thought, well, some of these are getting individual releases like Pet Sematary, which I picked up, and Rosemary's Baby. These got lovely editions. Yet to watch the new, you know, the 4Ks in these sets, but I will get around to it. And Pet Sematary just looks gorgeous. Awesome packaging. Like I said, I don't mean to, you know, like focus on packaging too much, but it is the end of year show where we're looking at the releases, so you're going to get a bit of that. Another cool release, just back to 88 films, was Crawl Space. Pretty fun, low budget sort of movie. I think it might be Full Moon or something, you know, along that lines. Yeah, it's Charles Band production, starring Klaus Kinski. This was a pretty fun one, not too bad at all. No, been out of print for a while as well. I didn't pick them all up, but we got some fun, got some good James Cameron movies on 4K, of course, like Aliens and The Abyss, which I watched for the first time and thought it was just an exceptional movie. Yeah, really good stuff. Have a flick through. You know, we've got more stuff coming up on the show. We do have the label of the year as well, as voted by you guys. Basically, I've done the label of the year poll, did 2 tiers basically, and then the ones that got voted the highest faced off in the final. And then of course you got your victor. That is, you can see that on the actual community page on the channel, but if you haven't seen that, stay tuned because I'll be revealing what you guys voted for as the boutique label of the year. So that's coming up too. We also had Severin releasing in the UK again, and they put out this edition of Butch Baker Nightmare Maker on 4K in this lovely set, and it was under £20. They did a nice slip cover, you know, got your nice armoury underneath with alternative art, and your 4K disc which looked good, you know, for under £20. So if you know, that's fair play to Severin. You know, that's a really good business model, getting collectors a nice edition, not overly fancy but quite nice, and you know, like pretty nice and acceptable, you know, for a collector. You know, lovely shiny slip cover, nice case, and that for under £20, like, you can't complain. It's a really good idea. Another movie I didn't mention in my top 10 movies of 2024, and it was close to getting in there, I just forgot about it, but this was a new release as well from Studio Canal. I picked up Sting. Good recommendation there. I think Stuart George's Home Movies recommended me this, and yeah, it was good, man. I enjoyed it. Good creature feature set in the apartment block, and you've got like this huge spider from space. Like, getting bigger and bigger. Scream Factory, they've released some good stuff this year. I don't get everything they release because eventually it gets a release over here, and normally with better packaging. Scream Factory do some absolutely phenomenally fantastic 4K transfers. However, their packaging, it has a lot to be desired for at the moment. They have done great packaging in the past, like with the Halloween 4Ks, hard boxed, lovely packaging. That was some of the best Scream Factory have put out. But they're just the flimsy slip covers and that with the 4Ks. It's just they need to up their game with packaging. I mean, I'm not exactly an expert. I don't work in the industry, but as a collector and a buyer, they're not. I love them, to be honest with you. I think I've got a huge Scream Factory collection. It's one of the reasons I went region free. But I preferred their collector's edition Blu-rays where they had the newly commissioned artwork and stuff. I know they do that with some of the 4K releases. However, they are web store exclusive. I do try and pick some up from third-party sellers, but just the packaging just leaves a lot to be desired. They did some great like collector's editions this year with great artwork. I mean, the artwork's beautiful, but why not put it with a, why not give it a better quality slipcover? Same with as above, so below. Lovely new artwork, but why not give them a hard box shell? Or some, that would be cool. But they did release a Stepfather on 4K this year. That was in my top 20. Love that movie with Terry O'Quinn, and the 4K looked really good. Like Scream Factory do pump out some great 4Ks. I love some of their stuff. That's why I went region free, as I said prior. But they're not winning me over with some of their packaging. I'm going to take my money elsewhere if they're not going to up their game. I don't even mind paying an extra like £5, £10 if they make their packaging like so much better. But even though they're for the US market anyway, the Scream Factory actually don't officially sell in the UK. Obviously, third parties who source from Scream Factory will distribute over here. We've got companies that do that and things. But yeah. But as a collector, even like I say, they are for the US market. That's their demographic because they don't operate over here. But still we buy it from third parties. Obviously, they're getting some of the money or whatnot. And it's just the packaging's just not winning me over. The 4K discs themselves, yes. The newly commissioned art on some of the releases, yes. Features, yes. Just packaging, just not winning me over. But they did release one that I was highly excited about, which I watched on DVD a couple of months earlier, and I thought I'd love to get this on Blu-ray. And that's Stephen King's The Shining TV adaptation. This was all right, like not too bad at all, quite good. I quite enjoyed it. Apparently it's a bit truer to the book. It's no Stanley Kubrick's The Shining from 1980, but Scream Factory released this, and the reason I pulled this up is because it's released from this year. Yeah, great to get this mini-series on Blu-ray. However, look at it. It's a recyclable, bare-bones, thin case like that. It is 2-disc. However, do you know how much this costs? Just with no slipcover, no slip box, no booklet, no supplements, basically. This was around £30 to import, and it wasn't even much cheaper over in the USA, I've heard, as well. Just, you can't do that. At least give us a slip box or something. Like I don't know, like a slip box, a media book, a slip cover, even a steel book. They do steel books. I've done some good steel books. Like Killer Clowns was a good steel book. Anyway, let's hear from one of our guests on what one of their favourite releases of 2024 was.
Hey everybody, how you all doing? Some of you might know me, but if you don't, my name's Roy. My channel's called Blue Roy Movies. See what I did there? And I'd just like to thank Nicky firstly for inviting me onto his channel. I feel very privileged, and I hope all Nicky's viewers and subscribers had a great Christmas, and wishing you all a happy new year, and I hope you get everything that you wish for this year. Now, Nicky's asked me the question, what was my favourite release of the year? Now, I'm normally a budget collector, so I tend to wait for things to come down a bit in price before I collect them. And I've picked a few new releases up, obviously, through the year. But my favourite release of the year is not a movie, but it is indeed a TV show. And that TV show is Ted Lasso. This is a brilliant, brilliant comedy. I absolutely love it. Comedies these days, new ones, I think they're two a penny. They're not funny. They're not like we used to get. So Ted Lasso for me over the last few years, I think 2020 was the first season, has been like a breath of fresh air, and I absolutely love this show. It spans 3 seasons, 35 episodes. It's aired on Apple TV, so I think it's very underviewed. I always speak to anybody, if you watch Ted Lasso and It always comes back. No, no, I haven't seen that, but it is a really wonderful comedy. Real bittersweet, uh, highs and lows throughout the 3 seasons. Great, great character building. It's all about the titular character played by Ted Lasso. He's an American football coach and gets a job in England as the coach of a Premier League football team, Richmond FC. And even though he doesn't know the rules or anything like that, he gets the top job. And yeah, just wonderful comedy. Uh, a few things about the characters on the front. That being Nick Mohammed, who plays Nathan Shelley. His arc is brilliant in this show. He starts off as kitman for Richmond and is a real meat character, and he gets into a right arsehole. Yeah, really good character. That girl there, that is Juno Temple, who plays Keeley. She's your typical football wag. Next up, we have Brett Goldstein, who plays Roy Kent, which is stolen from Roy Keane, is that type character, and I think he's my favourite character in this show. Next up, we have Coach Beard, who is played by Brendan Hunt. He's an interesting character. You really need to watch it to find out what he's like. Next, we have the lady who owns the club, and she is Rebecca, played by Hannah Waddingham, and she's such a talented lady. She's got a few big presenting jobs this past year. I'm glad to see that she's getting recognition because really wonderful, talented lady. And lastly, there we have Higgins, played by Jeremy Swift, who is heel to the owner of the club and pretty much a yes man, a really weak meat character. And there's a whole host of other characters that make this show just the wonderful show that it is. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Really worth watching. Bit expensive this set. I think I paid getting on for 50 for it. It is starting to go down in price a little bit. So if it sounds like you're interested, you might be able to get it a bit cheaper. Yeah, great stuff. Once again, thanks Nicky, and I hope you have a good year, mate, and keep up your great content. Really love watching your stuff. You'll be good, and I'll catch you later.
Yeah, and like I was saying, with studio releases, there's been some good ones as far as like packaging is concerned, especially like Warner Brothers. They gave us the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K. Now they did a standard release, but it had kind of like a, you know, a subpar like slipcover with Freddy on with an old image from a different Freddy movie that's not even the original. But you got this lovely set. This could rival a boutique label release. You got not overly keen on that artwork, but it suffices, it's okay, but you do get this lovely kind of spine on it which looks cool. The back looks all right, kind of retro. Not overly keen on that image, could have used something better, but you get a beautiful steelbook with the original artwork inside it. It was just a fantastic release, all your supplements. My favourite release of the year, just because it's a Nightmare on Elm Street on 4K, and I was so happy with how Warner Brothers put it out. But you get that gorgeous steelbook in there, and yeah, just a great release, that rival a boutique label release, you know, from Warner Brothers as well. That one, and they also did this fantastic, if I can just pull it up, just bear with me a sec, yeah, this fantastic, I've got it in a protector, this fantastic release of the Terminator 4K. Great to finally get this on 4K, the classic starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, directed by James Cameron. Great 4K, and they did this beautiful steelbook, and it was just an awesome presentation. I'm not a big steelbook guy, I'm not a steelbook collector, I just pick them up when it's the best additional version of an movie I can get. Then I will get the steelbook, and I'm quite happy to have them, and some of them are beautiful, and this one I thought was a lovely steelbook, just a lovely design and really good one. Great transfer too for Terminator, it did look good. I know sometimes it's down to your own eyes or what kind of equipment you have with 4K, you know, you got to get the right balance and all your settings, how you like them and things like that. But Terminator, it just looked good. Like, I didn't even tamper with my settings for it or anything. It just naturally looked really good. And a lot better than the DVD I used to watch. I mean, I had it on Blu-ray, but I never got around to watching the Blu-ray. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is another segment. It's going to be top 5 artwork pieces for physical media releases of 2024. To be top 5 artworks. So another segment, top 5 artwork pieces. Now I know a lot of people say the artwork doesn't matter. It doesn't always. It's all about the movie. That's the main reason we get these releases, is for the movie. However, for a collector, it is a nice icing on the cake to have a lovely package and of course lovely artwork that is appealing. And when you look at your collection and you're proud of it and you love the movies you've got, and you love how they're housed and packaged. It's just, you know, something special to look at these beautiful releases and think, yeah, it's a film I love. I'm passionate about collecting movies. This is what I do, you know, like as a little hobby, like I enjoy it. It's nothing nicer than looking at these great releases and thinking, yeah, I'm going to get this beautiful set out with the book, you know, sit and have a flick through and then watch the movie and look at and watch the supplements that do come with these boutique releases. Just adds to the experience, I think. It just gives, you know, as a collector, just adds that little bit of oomph to it and gives it a little bit of prestige. It's not everything though, it's all about the film, of course, but I am a person who does, you know, is quite a, will be enticed by packaging too. I'll do blind buys based off packaging. I'll do blind buys based off recommendations. I'll do blind buys based off reviews I've seen. I'll do blind buys that are just blind buys in general that I just have no idea, even if they've got bad packaging. But anyway, this is top 5 like sort of artwork pieces for releases from this year. Coming into number 5, lovely edition from Radiance Films, and I had to pick out Planet of the Vampires, the Mario Bava release. It got its UK debut on Blu-ray, and just look at that gorgeous artwork. It's just stunning. You got the spine there. Love the turquoise and the blues all mixed together, and you know, got the cool outfits that the you know, the space crew wear. And this was just a fantastic release. Just a nice hard box, like thin hard box. Got a book in there, and then of course your Amarie case on Blu-ray. Awesome. That's number 5. Coming into number 4 from Arrow Video, this beautiful piece of artwork. I picked this because it really pops. The individual artwork on the Amarie cases as well looks just stunning, like very comic book-esque, like cartoony, sort of bright, bold colours, you know, that just look amazing. You get a hardback book, awesome set, and the artwork there just, you know, seals it for number 4. Coming at number 3, quite a recent release. Again, another awesome edition from Vinegar Syndrome, and that is of Cannibal the Musical. I just love that artwork. I wanted this on Blu-ray for a long time. When I saw the artwork and the package, it just sold it for me. I thought, I've got to get the slip box as well, because it just looks awesome. You know, and you've got slip covers in slip covers. So as you can see there, there's more artwork, but that just looks awesome, I think. And that's my number 3 in artwork pieces. Coming in at number 2 is from Arrow Video again, and that's the Friday the 13th 2009 remake artwork. As soon as I saw this, I thought, I've got to get it. I wanted it on 4K anyway, and with it being a Friday the 13th movie on the Arrow line, I just had to. And this artwork just looks stunning. It's so cool with the newspaper strip there. Probably would have looked better maybe without the newspaper strip and just the mask, but it's a nice sort of colour mix, you know, with that sort of brown paper to that colour as well, and it looks awesome. And just one of the best artworks of the year. It's really, really lovely looking edition. And number 1 for me, I love the film anyway, and I was going to get it on 4K regardless of what the packaging looked like, but the packaging was so good. Opera, that's my favourite artwork. I just, as soon as I saw that, I thought, I love that movie, and I love what Severin have done with the artwork. There's my top 5 artwork pieces. So getting down a little bit on the show, you know, getting through things. Like I say, it's just a chill one. Chill back, relax. We're not too formal over here. We like to just enjoy ourselves, converse, talk about things that we love, include, you know, mainly physical media and collecting, and we're just casual over here. So yeah, so again, I think we'll have another segment from one of the movie loons. So yep, stay tuned for that.
Hello everyone, back with another video. So this is a segment I'm recording as part of Skin Crawler's video. So he's very kindly asked a few of us YouTubers to record our favourite physical media release of 2024. So yeah, I'll show mine in a second. Just say, obviously I'm sure everybody knows Skin Crawlers, a very popular channel with a lot of subs. Collects a lot of good physical media. Especially horror films he seems to be into, but I know he does watch other things as well. Right, so I'll get on with the video so I don't ramble on too long. So yeah, my favourite choice of the year, probably not really surprising to a lot of people. Wanted to be original, but had to go with this one. Sure, a lot of other people have chose this. Nicky might even have it in his top favourites. So it's the Hitcher Second Sight Films 4K box set. So I have showed this before. I think I've spoke about it a few times. I did like an unboxing review of it in the past where I sort of showed everything in it. There's been a lot of other good ones. I won't sort of mention my honourable mentions just in case other people are talking about them. so don't want to steal the other people that's recorded a segment's limelight from what they talk about. But yeah, a few other ones without mentioning their names. Some were really amazing transfer on 4K, but in quite standard packaging. Some had amazing packaging, but wasn't a brilliant transfer. Or some sort of were a really good transfer with nice packaging, but weren't a great film. Whereas this one, I think, has got the balance of all three. So, really good film. Really nice packaging. Second Sight's really gone to town on this. The weight of it is it's hefty and feels like it's worth the money. And really good transfer. So yeah, just say a few things about it. So The Hitcher is a thriller. I'll read the back of it just for people who haven't seen it. Second Sight films always keep their synopsis brief. So The Hitcher. A would-be Samaritan picks up a hitchhiker and soon discovers the man is a relentless serial killer. Framed by the cold-blooded murderer for a string of slayings, his only help comes from a caring waitress as they attempt to flee from both the law and the Hitcher. It's got a lot of special features. I won't go into it all, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's very small. If you want to pause it and see if you can read it there, if you've got a magnifying glass to hand, it might help. So it's directed by Robert Harmon. Director of photography, John Seal, which is very important in this one because the photography is amazing. Cinematography, beautiful colours. Obviously the setting is mostly sort of in like a desert area with really blue skies. So I did have it on DVD. I hadn't watched it for years before I got this. I remember it looked good on the DVD. Obviously DVDs aren't great high quality, but what I'm trying to say is the cinematography, the way it was filmed to begin with, has always been good. But this 4K really makes it pop. So yeah, I do like how the booklet and everything through this is all in the same kind of theme, with sort of desert sands on the bottom and then the blue sky. So starring Rutger Hauer as like the main villain, C. Thomas Howell, Jeffrey DeMunn, Jennifer Jason Leigh. Tell me what year it was originally out. So 97 minutes. Can't actually see on here where it says the original year. Sure, somebody will know. Yeah, so it comes in this little sort of J card like this, which I prefer because I don't like the J cards getting damaged. Won't get it all out, but it contains the obligatory postcards. Contains a nice sort of cardboard. Let me show it around this way. Nice cardboard sort of box with the Blu-ray and the 4K in. It's got a nice massive thick book, hardback, size of a novel to be fair, and then it's got the screenplay by Eric Red. So yeah, very rare do you get a screenplay in with it. And then all the materials inside are all following the same theme of this kind of desert, sand, orangey colour, tan with this nice blue skies. Yeah, really brilliant film. Surprised when I watched it again how sort of tense it is. Really well directed, sort of cat and mouse, amazing performances by everybody, but especially Rutger Hauer, rest in peace. Yeah, absolute brick of a release. Yeah, so I think I've summed it up. I think that's everything I can say. So yeah, I wouldn't say by far and away. There's a few contenders I won't mention, but yeah, this had to edge it just because it's the full package with, you know, great materials inside, really good film, really nice transfer. So covers all aspects for me. So yeah, go and subscribe to Nikki at Skin Crawlers if you're not. Sure everybody is, but thank you, Nikki, for giving us the opportunity to be in this video, part of your segment. Hope everybody has a good Christmas, depending on when this is released. It might be after Christmas. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
And again, like, you know, as I was kind of praising 88 Films earlier, there's some other awesome labels, especially from UK, that deserve a little bit of praise. And sort of newer comer in the physical media world is Treasured Films, and they've released a couple of bangers this year, including The Island, starring Michael Caine, which was a fun recommendation I got. I picked that one up, but this set of Dawn of the Mummy is just lovely. I mean, look at the artwork. They did a fantastic job here. I can't wait for King of the Ants, Stuart Gordon's movie that's being released by them next year. It was meant to be out like next week, but as far as I can see, it's been postponed. I have pre-ordered, so that's a shame. I was looking forward to unboxing and reviewing that, but we will get to it whenever it's released. But Dawn of the Mummy was a fun sort of nasty little you know, horror film, and yeah, coming in a lovely package. So Treasured Films, keep doing what you're doing. We love you. We love what you're doing. You guys are great. Like, you know, you're putting out some absolute banger material. Same goes for 101 Films, as I was saying with 88 up in their packaging game. 101 Films certainly has, and they released Alligator 1 and 2. They do a lot of this is what I was saying about Screen Factory. I love Screen Factory, but a lot of the time 101 Films have, you know, get licensed to put out some of their releases, you know, on the 101 Films line, and they did this of Alligator, and I think it topped the Screen Factory release easily. I mean, they had nice artwork on the slip, but this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. And they also did if I can just get to it, guys, I'll just Slumber Party Massacre about a month or so ago, that got released 1 and 2, both on 4K in this awesome set, which looks amazing. So 101 Films, treasured films, 88. They're getting big now, but, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Second Sight have been exceptional this year as well, putting up things like the Blair Witch Project, one of my favourite movies. I have gone over that a little bit, though, on the channel. So I think we'll have another Movie Loons segment, so stand by and let's see what our friend's favourite release of 2024 has been.
Hello YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a nice day now. Welcome to Skin Crawlers channel. And yeah, Nikki on Skin Crawlers has asked me to do a little video of my favourite release of 2024 on physical media. And it was quite an easy pick, to be honest, this one, because it came out about a month ago and it's 40 years old. I mean, I like the film, yeah, I love the film, and yeah, it's a great film, great film. But when the 4K came out and I put this on and I watched it from start to finish for the first time in probably 8 years, maybe more, I don't know. But this blew my socks off. It really did. I forgot how much I loved it. It's renewed my passion for it. It's a sci-fi classic. It's got great special effects, great action, great suspense, great tension. It's got everything. What a film the Terminator is, man. It's just, dialogue's fantastic. You know what I mean? The story. Arnold Schwarzenegger stars as a foremost and relentless killing machine ever to threaten survival of mankind. An indestructible cyborg, a Terminator, is sent back in time to kill Sarah O'Connor, the woman whose unborn son will become humanity's only hope in a future war against machines. What a story, man. What a bloody film this is. It's my favourite release. Yeah, there's no fancy packaging really, there's slip covers, no cards, there's no big box or anything like that. I haven't gone for anything like that. It's just the film itself in 4K. Blew me away. Oh, I put this on. Some of the scenes, the outdoor scenes, are just wow. They really are. Just what a film. It's my favourite release of 2024. Not for packaging or anything like that, you know, special features or anything like that. Just the film itself in 4K, 40 years old. Bloody marvellous. But I've got a special one, a backup one here, because it was Nightmare on Elm Street's 40th anniversary as well this year in 2024, and I went to see it at the cinema with my wife about Halloween time, sorry, and oh, it was fantastic. I always wanted to see it in 1984, just a bit too young, 13, 14, just a bit too young really them days anyway. And yeah, I've always wanted to see it at the cinema, and to go and see that with the wife, it was fantastic. And what blew me away most, I tell you what, the sound on this at the cinema was incredible. The score is just phenomenal. What a score this has got. Bloody fantastic. So yeah, that's my favourite release, but that was my favourite watch at the cinema, Nightmare on Elm Street's 40th and The Terminator from 1984. My favourite release of 2024. Fantastic. Blew me away, that did, and I bloody love it. Jesus, what a film, man. Thanks for tuning in anyway. Thanks for Nikki for asking me to do this little video, and yeah, cheers.
So we did artwork, now it's time for the best packaging, meaning sort of like the box, the outer shell, slip cover, what have you. So this is top 5 packaging. Coming in at number 5, nearly lost some physical media then. Gotta look after you, those. Coming in at number 5 from Vinegar Syndrome, this awesome boxed release of Congo. Opens up like so, you know, with the magnetic case. Absolutely stunning edition. Lovely slip in there. Yeah. enjoyed watching that one again, revisiting as well. So I'll talk about that on another video, my revisiting of Congo. But yeah, coming at number 5, beautiful boxed edition of Congo from Vinegar Syndrome. For me, coming in at number 4 is another beautiful edition from Vinegar Syndrome, and that's of Roman Polanski's The Tenant. Awesome, surreal, psychological horror movie, and it comes with this window box that you open up the windows like so. Really quite a nifty little swanky piece there. Very nice. That's coming in at number 4. Coming at number 3, in this hard box edition again, Radiance Films again, but beautiful artwork and just box of Verhaxen with the embossed title there. That's coming in at number 3. Coming at number 2 is this set from Umbrella of the Hell House franchise. All 4 movies, beautiful set with a book and other supplements, and it's lenticular. You got the Lake of Fire, Abaddon Hotel, Lake of Fire. Yeah, really awesome. And an easy one for packaging for me is from the Great Second Sight Films, best package release of the year, The Hitcher. Just a big hefty set, quite a weapon this one. Could do some damage with this. It's that heavy and, you know, substantial, but you got this lovely, you know, your digibook in there with your hardback book, your novelization script or what have you, Blu-ray 4K, just awesome package. And for me, the Hitcher does it for the year. Best package this year. Slips out like so. Back in the slip box we go. There you go. There's your top 5 packagings for the year. Yeah, it's been a great year for collecting. We're going to wind down now. It's the end of the video nearly. I'll stop going on and on and on. But yeah, looking forward to next year. Can't wait. Some good releases already announced. I'm not picking up too many new releases for the first 3 months of the year. There's a few reasons for that. One, it's just been Christmas and it's time to like try and recuperate financially a little bit, but that's not the main reason. The main reason simply is there's nothing I'm not that overly fussed about picking up on release day. Some of it I am. I mean, we've just had some great Arrow announcements for March. I've pre-ordered Deep Blue Sea on 4K. Of course, that's a fun film and I want that 4K out on the Arrow line. I've ordered Don't Torture a Duckling on 4K. I love that movie and I've got the Blu-ray, but I had to upgrade. But for January, it's a little bit dry. I've ordered Inglourious Bastards on 4K, the Arrow set. I'm going to wait. I wanted to get The Usual Suspects too, which is a movie I've never seen, a classic, but I'm going to wait till it goes down in an Arrow sale, because I do try and be a bit strategic like that. I do think, yeah, some releases I will pick up, you know, because I really want them in the collection, and I've got FOMO and I'm afraid of them going out of print, you know, if they're limited editions. But also I will wait for standard releases. I'm happy to have standard releases. Like I said, anything from standard releases to like glorious out of this world box sets I will happily have in my collection. And I won't just buy things to show on the channel either. If you see something on this channel, it's either I love it and I wanted it, you know, badly in the collection, or basically it's a blind buy that I might even sell if I dislike. I'm just showing it because I picked it up. I'd never like go out and just buy a movie that I hated because it's got a lovely packaging to unbox on the channel. I just wouldn't. I just won't waste my own money. Everything you see on this channel is just, you know, I bought. Like most of the, yeah, I can't think of anything apart from gifts from like friends and stuff, like Christmas presents and the odd like random gifts, which I also give gifts out as well. I do get some of those, but like, you know, otherwise it's all stuff I pay for. So I'm not buying anything just to unbox on the channel, but a lot of things to be excited about. I was looking forward to King of the Ants on Treasured Films next week, but that's been postponed. I was looking forward to doing an unboxing of that as well. It would have been a complete blind buy. I'm a fan of Stuart Gordon's directing and filmography, and that's one that's escaped me. Never seen that one. Yeah, Captain Kronos, I'm thinking about buying the Hammer 4K of that, because that looks like a beautiful set, and I've never seen the film, and I do collect Hammer, so I'm thinking about picking that one up. But yeah, things are quiet till about March, when you've got like Deep Blue Sea and Don't Torture a Duckling on 4K, which I will be buying. As far as new releases go, there's a lot of stuff I need to catch up on and pick up that I've missed and stuff like that. But as far as new releases go, it's going to be a pretty quiet like couple of months for me. I will be getting physical media and showing it on the channel. It's just as far as 2025 releases go, it's going to be pretty quiet because there's not too much I'm overly fussed about purchasing day one. That was the end of the year show anyway, guys. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas, by the way, whatever you did or wherever you are. New Year's coming up. Get ready, you know, it's party time, or perhaps you like to be quiet and just chill, even by yourself. But anyway, whatever you're doing for New Year's, you know, whatever you do and wherever, have a great New Year. Happy New Year for 2025. Hope it's a good one on the channel too. You know, we'll keep pumping out content and supporting physical media, because, you know, and there's so many great channels out there as well. You know, I'm a fan of watching physical media content. It's not something I watch all the time. I found myself, the more I do my channel, the less I do actually go out and watch like a lot of physical media content. I think that's not, the reason that is because I think that's due to burnout, because I'm talking about physical media a lot and doing videos about it. I think I just get burnt out and I need to watch something else, like perhaps the movies I've purchased or shows, or just videos about different things. But I do love watching other physical media channels, and I'm subscribed to a lot. I do watch them. It's just sometimes it takes me a while to get around to new videos, because I'm just, you know, it's just physical media all the time, and I love it, but sometimes like I just need a bit of escape. And I love doing this channel, and it's so much fun. It's great to converse with people and meet new people and talk, all that good stuff. But also sometimes you get burnt out. You just get, with any, even the thing in the world that you love the most and cherish, say, as something that you do, you know, that you put into, you can get sick of that quite easily. Like, you know, if you're doing it all the time, even if you love it, you might get a bit of burnout and have to have a little break and then go back to it. Because even if you love it, and if you love it enough, you'll go back to it, because that's commitment. But otherwise, like, yeah, you get burnout, like, and I do too, from physical media content in general, whether it's doing my own or watching it. Like, I just get burnout from it. But it's fantastic. Like I say, great channels out there, you know, some great guys, great girls, great channels. Like, you know, there's new channels coming up that are pretty good, like, you know, all over the world as well. Like, you know, especially I know like the UK has a lot, you know, some good physical media channels. USA as well has some great physical media channels. And yeah, just interesting watching people's different takes on things, opinions, you know, different things they've purchased or picked up or talking about. It's all good. Like, you know, it's good having lots of different channels, good variety. That was the end of the year show anyway. And have a great new year. I'll be back with some videos. Yeah, okay. Subscribe, like, comment if you want to, if you can be bothered, of course. Like, you know, why would you if you didn't want to? But yeah, I was trying to see if there's anything else I need to talk about on this video, because to be honest with you, I know I go on a bit sometimes, but I do enjoy it. Once I get I start off a little bit rusty sometimes when I get in front of the camera, but then when I've been going for a bit, it kind of flows a little bit better and I kind of unravel. But yeah, I think that'll do us for 2024 on Skin Crawlers. Let's roll into 2025 and let's make it a good one. And let's hope it's a great year for physical media too, because this year's been absolutely outstanding. Really, we've been lucky as collectors. We're getting the best releases of our time. Yeah, studio releases might be sort of being, you know, reducing their output. Studios maybe with physical media, not all of them, and like general stores in general, shops maybe stocking less physical media, but we have online, and the boutique labels will pull us through. And at the end of the day, I'll be honest with you, I love collecting movies and owning them physically, but if the boutique labels didn't actually put stuff out, I wouldn't even be that interested in collecting. It's not because I don't want the movies on physical, it's just the package makes it so much like more appealing to have your favorite films on, you know, like, oh, you know, on physical media. And yeah, if boutique labels didn't exist, I don't think I'd collect. I'd pick up the odd film, don't get me wrong. I'd pick up all the latest horror releases from whatever year, like, you know, standard releases. Yeah, I'm not a snob to that. I would pick them up and have them, like, because I do like having physical media, and I always will. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't be as big a collector as I am if the boutiques didn't exist. So thank goodness they're pumping out some quality editions and whatnot. Take care, everyone, anyway. Happy New Year.